There was an opening if I needed a pee, but if anything else more sort of taxing, I needed help to take off said costume.
What for you was your first reaction reading the script for the first time? And then seeing the movie if you have. I know not everyone has seen it, but...
I thought, oh, that's going to be
Want
a
me to
lot
go
of
first?
racing. That's going to be let's bring crosswords.
The first thing I read actually was not a script. Well, it was, but it was a creation just for me to read to decide whether I wanted to do the film or not.
Nice.
Joss I'd spoken to him on the phone. We'd had a long, long conversation about all of this. And then I'd spoken to Kevin Feige, and then a package arrived and I said to Joss, "Do you have something to send?" And he said, "Yeah, some material for me to look at." And because the script was in fact in the process of revisions,
Sure.
and it wasn't really in shape to send. So he said, "Yeah, I'd like to send you some stuff for you to read so you get a sense of this character." So he did send me some stuff, and I read it, and it was funny and threatening and crazy and poetic and I loved it and thought, yes, now I know what I could bring to this 8-foot robot. And then I went and I had to return the material, but I went and met with Kevin and Jeremy. Joss was in London, and I went and met with Kevin and Jeremy, and they said, those aren't actually scenes from the film. Joss wrote those specifically to send to you so that you would get a sense of what this character was all about. He had sat down over the course of a couple of nights and written 3 or 4 scenes, and just so I had a sense of it. And I thought that was a lovely thing to do. And he'd thrown the kitchen sink in there. It was, as I said, it was intimidating, and yet also quoting Emily Dickinson. And as it turns out, Emily Dickinson is not in the film, but there's a lot of other stuff that is.
Yeah.
And so I was really excited by that.
Yeah. It's so fun. Real quick, because I know there's not much time. What was your first reaction in seeing yourself in the full Vision makeup for the first time?
Well, I was very worried about my daughter had come to set with me.
Uh-oh.
And she's 3. She was 3 years old, and I was very worried about what her reaction would be. And she loved it, and was very at home with it. And the only problem was that she had a tantrum when I took it off, and she wanted Purple Daddy back, which is kind of humiliating. What's wrong with me? But she was very adamant that she wanted the Purple Daddy.
Excellent. Well, that means you should probably endure for several more movies, right?
Yeah, absolutely.